So these stories aren't uncommon. I've talked about something like this maybe a couple of months ago, and there will be more and more of these stories kind of trickling out. Hollywood's super rich are queue jumping for COVID vaccines by taking private jets to Florida and offering $50,000 bribes as California limits shots to over 65s and health workers. And my bet is here that this was just a handful of individuals. It's not like there's some widespread thing going on. It's like there's hundreds of thousands of people out there offering these $50,000 bribes. That'd be just a guess. Just a guess. Strict rules in California limit COVID shots to over 65s and medical workers. Vaccine tourism is seeing celebrity agents and studio heads willing to travel to Florida, Hawaii, and even Alaska, where age limits do not apply. I guess the question off the top of my head would be, why do age limits not apply there? And the belief would be it has something to do with supply. So the question then becomes, well, if that's true, in Florida, Hawaii, and Alaska, why do they have so much more supply, or adequate supply, to where they don't have these restrictions? Whereas California is having a lot of issues, you would imagine. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's just kind of a basic thought that enters my mind. So the question is, what's going on with California's government, if that's the case? Last week, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis brought in legislation limiting jab to those who can prove they reside in the state. Of the 1.1 million people vaccinated in Florida, 39,000 did not live there. If you do the math, that is roughly about 3.5% or so. So I guess that's not too bad with what we typically see of government waste and government fraud, so to speak, in other aspects, of course. Check this out, though. Boom, that's the jab right there. Not really. I'm just kidding. I actually just donated blood on Saturday, shooting this video late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. No jab for me, but plenty of time to donate blood every 8 weeks. As I said before, American Red Cross, there's probably one by you. Donate if you can, and if you're not squeamish with the needles, okay, let's get on to it. Hollywood power players are using private jets to fly hundreds of miles and even offering $50,000 bribes to get their hands on the CV vaccine. Strict rules in California limiting the shots to over 65s and medical workers has led to vaccine tourism, with celebrity agents and studio heads willing to travel to Florida, Hawaii, and even Alaska, where age limits do not apply. Last week, DeSantis, I'm not going to read that again because I already read you 2 of these things again. Richard Parsons, former boss of communications giant Time Warner, is one of the few COVID tourists who admitted jumping on a private jet to get a vaccine in Florida. The 72-year-old, who did not break any rules, said, "It's orderly and sensible. You make an appointment, you get an appointment." He's 72 anyway, he's an old turd. Strict rules in California limiting the shots over 65s, which we read about. I'm looking at the photo here. They say Florida, Hawaii, and even Alaska. They tell us Florida is above here. I know Alaska's cool and all, but obviously this isn't Alaska. Maybe it could be Hawaii. Look at Florida. It's nice. Used to live there. It's a great place. Don't believe what people tell you about it. Doctors in Los Angeles also claim that some of Hollywood's super rich are trying to bribe their way to a vaccine. Beverly Hills doctor Robert Huizinga said he had been offered in excess of $10,000. We've been offered bribes. We see people taking planes to every location. And what he said was, 10,000, that's not enough. Make it 50 and you got it. I'm kidding. He didn't say that. I'm sure he's an upstanding gentleman. Come on, look at this photo. We've seen people try to get into the healthcare profession or on staff lists at nursing homes so they qualify for an early vaccine. Now that's pretty low. One tycoon, and smart at the same time. One tycoon in his early 40s even claimed he was his elderly mother's carer to get a shot. I don't know why the rich are so worried about this stuff. I know it's very few, but they are going to have access to all the best healthcare if they do get it. So it's not like they're like us where maybe we can get in to get an appointment. No, the rich have their own VIP healthcare, so they've really done a number on some people. Another doctor from Cedars-Sinai, known as the Hospital to the Stars, said, "It's ridiculous. I've been asked if a $25,000 or $50,000 donation to the hospital will help." To which he said, "Make it 100. No, we're not doing that joke again. One guy, an agent for an Oscar-winning actor, jumped on a private jet to Hawaii because he discovered a vaccination opening there. Unsurprisingly, there has been public outrage against those who bend the rules. Mexican TV host Juan Jose Origel, 73, was widely condemned last week after he flew to Miami from Mexico City to get the shot and bragged, "Thank you, #USA. It's sad that my country did not offer me that security." But one woman wrote, "My husband has terminal cancer and can't get the shot. Are you proud of yourself for playing the system?" The guy's old. In fairness, he is a resident of another country. Victimhood with this woman playing that card. It's always the back and forth. I get it on both sides. I do. For individuals who are scared of this, and for individuals who have loved ones in high-risk groups, I certainly get it. And I did the video just last night, from when I'm recording this, about the detainees at Gitmo, who are getting priority, since been rescinded due to the public backlash.